So for today's screencast, I'm going over the project for lesson 11.10, which is about the Southern News assignment. This is a 4-day project that we are about to undertake. It will count for an assessment grade. So what this means is there is no Unit 11 test. However, this project will count as a test. So it's pretty important to make sure that we are submitting this. And it's also pretty important to make sure we are following directions in this situation. So that's why we are looking at this screencast today. So what are we learning? Today you will begin your unit assessment. You will pretend that it is the mid-1800s and create a Southern newspaper for the people of the South. Today's to-do list. Click here to read the instructions and requirements for the Southern newspaper assessment. Remember, you will use what you have learned in this unit about the region of the South in the mid-1800s to create your paper. Keep in mind the people and culture of the region. You will be using a template for this project to ensure that your project looks like a newspaper. Please do use this template. Do not try to create your own. I have tried to make this as easy for you as I possibly can. So it's really important here to follow directions and make sure that you are indeed creating the project that you need to create to receive the highest credit that you can possibly receive. So, click here to access the template. We will look at that in a second. And click here for an example to help you visualize the project. So, here is what we are looking at. The Southern News Project. Task. For the unit assessment, you will create a Southern newspaper that talks about life in the South. So basically, we have read through chapters 12 and 13, which talk about the current situation of the North and South in the time prior to the Civil War. We should now know about the rise of cotton. We should know about the importance of other things. And we should know about the fact that division was starting to arise. So, here are the requirements for this assignment. Your newspaper must have 3 articles. What does this mean? There were 3 sections in the chapter. Section 1 talks about the cotton industry. Section 2 talks about Southern society. And Section 3 talks about the slave system. You are writing an article based on each of these sections. Don't worry, don't get stressed out about this. I've provided further information that will really help you out in this situation. So don't worry, we've got this. Your newspaper also has to have 3 pictures that are related to each of the sections. So again, that's 1 picture per section. You can have a picture of the cotton gin for section 1, for example. You can have a picture of a Southern church for section 2. And then for section 3, you can have a picture of slaves on a cotton field. As long as the pictures are appropriate and relevant to the section and to the articles, you can use them. So, we also need 3 ads. And this might be a little confusing for some of us, so I really want to make sure we've got this part. When I say we need 3 ads, what that means is you are creating 3 ads regarding different aspects of the South at this time. For you guys, you'll be creating an ad that advertises an ice box, which is the early version of the refrigerator that we've talked about. You'll be creating an ad talking about the cotton gin, and you'll be creating an ad talking about something involving a church social or Southern churches. This is all provided on the template. And you will also need to make sure your newspaper looks like a newspaper. I do not want to just see items copied and pasted onto a page in a Google document. Newspapers look different than regular paper, so you need to make sure it looks like that. Audience. Please remember that you are writing this newspaper with a Southern audience in mind. This means that your assignment should not sound like the textbook. That was an issue I really noticed with our Jackson assignment, that some of us just kind of decided to copy-paste things a little bit, and not really express the items in our own words. And that's really important to me, guys, because it shows me that you can use the information that you've learned and expand on it. So, I also need to see proper grammar, punctuation, and wording. I need to make sure that I can understand what you are talking about. Your newspaper needs to include 3 articles. Don't worry, I've given you the topics. 3 pictures, at least, and 3 advertisements. All of these need to be related to the main ideas present in the section. Use this template to help you write the newspaper assignment. We've also got a sample project, which we're going to take a look at in a moment. Here is how you will be graded. You will be given 10 points regarding dates and appearance. If the assignment is turned in on the day it's supposed to be, you will receive credit for that. And if it looks like a newspaper, that's some more points for you as well. Content. The required 3 articles, 3 ads, and 3 pictures that reflect each of the sections present in the lesson for the day. So again, that's 1 article for section 1, 1 ad for section 1, 1 picture for section 1. 1 article for section 2, 1 ad for section 2, 1 picture for section 2, and then 1 article for section 3, 1 ad for section 3, and 1 picture for section 3. That's worth 30 points. There's also points for organization and analysis. Basically, this talks about the fact that your paper is organized well, it doesn't look random or weird, and that I can understand what you are writing about due to proper grammar and spelling. So this assignment is worth a grand total of 60 points. The assignment will be graded as an assessment, so it is really important that we turn it in, because at PDLCS, assessments are worth 40% of our overall grade. And I don't know about you, but that is a lot in my book. So please be turning this in. Please be taking this seriously. It's very important to me, guys. So, you will have the next 4 days to, complete this assignment. The assignment will be due on Monday, March 23rd. So you have Wednesday, March 18th, Thursday, March 19th, Friday, March 20th, the weekend, and Monday to get this project ready and raring to turn in. So, it is recommended that you take notes for the first 2 days of the project and use the second 2 days to create your newspaper. I've provided a note sheet for the next 2 days that will help you as well. And this note sheet can be turned in tomorrow to receive some extra credit. So there's lots of things going on in your favor here. Let's take a look at some more information here. So again, we've just read the Southern newspaper instructions and requirements. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the template now. It's present right here. So what I have gone ahead and done for you is I have provided headlines. So these are what you are going to write about, guys. So Eli Whitney's cotton gin revolutionizes farming. What does that mean? You're going to tell me about Eli Whitney, what he invented, and how it changed farming for your first article. All of this information is present in section 1. I've even provided space for you to make sure you create a picture that is appropriate. Your second article is going to tell us about the structure of Southern society, what different types of people groups existed. Okay? So here's your title, Southern Society, A Beginner's Guide. You're going to describe Southern society in these 2 boxes. And here you're going to place an advertisement about the icebox. Scrolling down, your final article is about the daily life of a slave. And I've provided space for that. That is section 3. And you're also going to input a picture regarding slave life here. So, to end things out, we still need some ads and we still need some pictures. You're going to do an advertisement about church functions, a picture about Southern society, and an ad regarding slave trade. Again, please use this template, guys. It's here to help you. If you're not using this template, unfortunately, you're only just hurting yourself. In this situation, I have created this to get you through this project. So please do take it seriously and please do use it. Moving on. So, we've looked at the template, we've looked at the requirements. Let's take a look at the example. So, this is the Southern News example, and you do not have to do what I did here, but this is something worth your while to take a quick look at. So, I have my title, I have my pages, I have my pictures. I have an article about the execution of Nat Turner. This is involving Southern slave life. I have something about the Virginia General Assembly. That is about Southern life. I have a slave auction ad. Guys, something important here is to consider the fact that my ad isn't really that detailed. It's just showing you that I have a knowledge of things that happened at that time in the South. So here I've said slave auction on November 21st. Fits the bill in my book. I've talked about living conditions. I've included an ad about products. I have an article about cotton with a graph or a picture. And I'm also advertising an icebox, much like you would. So again, please take a look at this example. Really give it a quick glance through. Notice what I've done and let me know if you have any questions. Let's move on to the next part here. It will be extremely helpful for you to take notes regarding the items presented in Chapter 13. I've provided this notes page to help you focus on the main ideas. Click here to access the notes page. So you will have the next 2 days to work on your notes. That is something I'd really recommend that you do. Ideally, I would like you to spend 2 days taking notes and getting ready, and then 2 days constructing your project. So, guys, here's what I've done. I've gone ahead and provided the main ideas for you here. And what I need for you is I need you to fill in those notes using what you see. Again, this is all pared down to the essential questions. Filling out these note sheets will help you, okay? So please make sure that you're doing that. Note sheets, again, will be due on Thursday if you want bonus points. The final draft of the paper is due Monday, March 23rd. You will have the next 4 class days, including today, to compile your research and create your paper. It is recommended you spend an hour each day on the assignment. Spread out the time. Do not save this for the last minute. It will only hurt. I will be holding project help sessions for getting ready and doing well on this assignment. The sessions will be at 10 a.m. on Friday and 10 a.m. on Monday. You will receive an additional 5 points on your project for attending the check-in. So basically what's going to happen here, guys, is you're going to email me saying, "Hey, Miss Devlin, I would like to attend the Friday check-in," or "I would like to attend the Monday check-in." I will send you the Hangout link, and from there you will meet with me very briefly. You will show me where you are in the project, and we will talk about the necessary next steps and how things are going. Again, you get 5 extra points on your project for completing this, so why not do it? I will send out reminder emails today regarding that. So again, this was just a general overview of the project. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need and contact me if you need anything. Good luck!